Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about exceptions of Mendel's law of dominance. Okay, so let's see again. There are two exceptions of Mendel's law of dominance. Mendel's law of dominance. So there are two exceptions. The first exception yesterday explained. So once again see, there are two exceptions. First one is known as incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. First one is known as incomplete dominance, and second one is known as the codominance. Codominance. Okay. So today I will explain detail about codominance. That is the second exception of Mendel's law of dominance. So once again, what is complete dominance? The phenomena in which F1 progeny, or you can say F1 hybrid, shows expression at the intermediate state known as incomplete dominance. Means it gives a new expression in the hybrid. Okay, for example, when the red flower cross with white flower, the offspring will be pink. You can say that pink is the intermediate between red and white. And examples of incomplete dominance yesterday explained. It is found in two plants. First one, it is found in Mirabilis jalapa, commonly known as 4 o'clock plant, and second one is Antilinum majus, which is commonly known as snapdragon plant. Incomplete dominance also found in animal, that is Andalusian fowl. So let's see codominance. This is the second exception of law of dominance. So what is codominance? The phenomena in which, so you can write the phenomena in which codominance. Exceptions of Mendel's law of dominance. So there are two exceptions. First one is known as incomplete dominance. Second one is known as codominance. Let's see what is codominance. The phenomena in which the phenomena in which the F1 hybrid shows expression are trait similar to both the parents. Both the parents is called codominance. Codominant. You can see also when F1 progeny or F1 hybrid have the expression of both parents simultaneously is known as codominance. Co means together. Dominance means that means both the alleles, both the genes for the parents are dominant. No one is, other is not the dominant, other is recessive. Both are dominant to each other. So in the F1 progeny, you can say both the traits or characters appear simultaneously in the F1 hybrid. When two plants, or you can say when the two animals cross to each other, then what happens? F1 progeny shows the characters of both the parents simultaneously. This is known as codominance. In case of incomplete dominance, both the expression mixed in such a way it gives intermediate state, or you can say new expression. But in case of codominance, they gives rise the both expression or traits at the same time in the F1 progeny. Let's example codominance found in example is ABO blood grouping. Codominance example you can say ABO blood grouping. ABO blood grouping. Blood grouping. It was discovered by Karl and Steiner. ABO blood grouping discovered by Karl and Steiner. And in case of humans, the ABO blood grouping controlled by a single gene I. In case of humans, the ABO blood grouping controlled by a single gene I, and this gene I found in three alternative forms represented by IA, IE and I. So listen carefully once again. In case of human beings, the ABO blood grouping controlled by a single gene I, and this single gene I found in three alternative forms. Okay, these three alternative forms are IA, IB and I. Okay, and listen, what is multiple allele? When a single gene having more than two alternative forms, such genes is known as multiple allele, and this phenomena is known as multiple allelism. So gene I, an example of multiple allelism, because multiple allelism, see spelling, multiple allelism, multiple allelism. So what is multiple allelism and what is multiple allele? When a single gene having more than two alternative forms, such type of gene is known as multiple allele, and this phenomenon is known as multiple allelism. In case of humans, ABO blood grouping controlled by a single gene known as I gene. So I gene, an example of multiple allele because it has more than two alternative forms. And these forms you can see three alleles, that is IA, IB and I. And you know, in humans there are four types of persons are found having blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and O. It depends on the type of antigen present at the surface of RBC. So let's see. There are four types of phenotypes found in humans on the surface of RBC. ABO blood grouping, blood groups. So there are four types of blood groups found in humans. You have to know which antigen and antibody present. Blood groups. So there are four types of blood groups found in humans. There are four types of persons found in humans on the basis of blood groups. Okay, person with blood group A have antigen A at its surface, RBC surface. When a person has blood group A, that means this is the antigen A. Okay, antigen A, and this person have antibody B. Okay, let's see. This is in case of blood group A. When the person has blood group A, then antigen on the surface of RBC of that person, antigen A present, antigen type of glycoprotein present at the surface of RBC. So when a person has blood group A, then antigen A present at the surface of RBC and antibody B, special kind of protein present in the blood plasma. Let's see, when a person has blood group B, then antigen B present at the surface of RBC. So this is antigen B present. This is antigen B. Antigen B and antibody A present. The blood plasma contains special kind of protein, that is antibody A present. Okay, let's see, when a person has blood group AB. When a person has blood group AB, then it has both the antigens but no antibody. Both the antigens present at the surface of RBC. This is antigen A, and this is antigen B. Okay, but no antibody present in the blood plasma. And fourth case, when the blood group is O, then it has both the antibodies but no antigen at the surface of RBC. So let's see, there are four types of individuals found in humans on the basis of blood grouping. Blood group A, this is in case of person has blood group A. This is in case of blood group B. This is in case of blood group AB, and this is in case of blood group O. So what do you mean by a person of blood group A? That means on the RBC, on the surface of RBC, this person has antigen A and antibody B in the blood plasma. What do you mean by a person of blood group B? It means that it has surface antigen B and antibody A. What do you mean by a person of blood group AB? That means it has both the antigens at the surface of RBC. That means antigen A and antigen B, but no antibody. And what do you mean by a person of blood group O? That means it has both the antibody in the blood plasma, but no surface antigens at the surface of RBC. So this is the RBC cell. This is the red blood cells, or you can say RBC cells. So let's see. So what do you mean by multiple allele? When a single gene having more than two alternative forms, this phenomena is known as multiple allelism, and this gene is known as multiple allele. In case of human, gene I controls blood grouping, so it is an example of multiple allele because it has three alternative forms represented by IA, IB and I. So let's see the chart that is given in your NCERT book. Allele from parent A, allele from parent B, and listen, IA and IB. See the case IA is greater than I. Okay, IB is greater than I, and when IA is equal to IB. Okay, that means what? When IA and I present in a person, then blood group will be A. When in a person IB and I present, then blood group will be B. And when in person both antigens present IA then IB, then blood group will be AB. So once again you can see when IA and I present, then blood group will be A. And when IB and I present, then blood group will be B. And when IA and IB both present, then blood group will be AB. Don't forget. Okay. IA and IA is greater than IB. IB is greater than IB. IB is equal to IB. So when IA and I present, then blood group will be A. When IB and I present, then blood group will be B. When IA and IB present both, then blood group will be AB. And when only I present, then blood group will be O. So there are four possible combinations. Let's see the chart that is given in the NCERT book. First, I am telling the page number that is given in your NCERT book. So try to understand this table. This table is very important for an examination. Page number 77. So let's see, we will make the chart. There are four columns given in the NCERT book. Page number 77. Okay, allele from parent A. Allele from parent A. Okay, allele from parent A. This chart represents ABO blood grouping. Okay, there is allele from parent B. Allele from parent B. Allele from parent B. Then third one, genotype of offspring. Genotype of offspring, or you can say progeny. And last one, blood types of, or you can say blood group type. Blood group types of offspring. This table is very important. So try to understand. I is greater than I is greater than I. When IA and IB both present, then both AB. Okay, when I present, then blood group will be O. So let's see. For this table, listen carefully. You will write 3 times IA in the first column, then 3 times IB, and last one I. So let's start. IA 3 times you will write IA and IA. Again 3 times you will write IB, and then IB and IB. At the last you will write only I. Any problem? For this table, you will write in the first column 3 times IA, 3 times IB and I. In the second column, you will write 2 times ABI, ABI, and last one IB. So let's start. ABI, IA, IB, and I. Again ABI. So IA, IB, and I. And last one you will write I. Okay. So once again, how you will write? In the first column you will write 3 times IA, then 3 times IB, and only I. In the second column you will write 2 times ABI, again ABI, and last one I. Now let's see the genotype. So you will combine, as humans are diploid organisms, so a pair of L is present, a pair of I is present in the diploid organisms. So there will be genotype will be IA. This IA and IA will combine in the diploid form. So genotype will be IA. So blood group will be A. Blood group will be A. Let's see second one, IA and IB. You know well, according to the codominance, when both antigens present, then blood group will be AB. So let's see IA and IB. So let's see IA and IB. Blood group will be AB according to the law of codominance. Okay, third one, IA and I present. IA and I. You know when IA is greater than I, then blood group will be A. Third case, fourth case, IB and IA. Again you can write IA and IB. Blood group will be AB because both present. Fifth case, IB and IB. IB and IB, blood group will be B. Okay? IB and I, you know well, IB is greater than I, so blood group will be B. So there will be IB and I, blood group will be B. And last one, when no antigen present, then blood group will be O. So the combination is there will be I and I, blood group will be O. So this table given on your page number 77 of NCERT book. So let's start once again how we will read this table. In the first column we will write 3 times IA. Then again we will write 3 times IB, and IB. And last we will write only I. In the second column you will write 2 times ABI, again ABI, and last one I. Okay, so this is the codominance. Once again, what is codominance? The phenomena in which the F1 hybrid express both the traits simultaneously, that is present in the parent, known as codominance. And what are antigens? Antigens are the special kind of glycoproteins that are present at the surface of RBC. And what are antibodies? Antibodies are a special kind of proteins that are present in the blood plasma that fight against various foreign particles, or you can say various antigens. So this is all about codominance. So what are the 2 exceptions of codominance? The answer will be incomplete dominance and codominance. So let's see how we will find out the number of possible phenotypes and genotypes. It is not given in the NCERT book, but you have to know number of possible phenotypes and genotypes. Number of possible phenotypes is equal to n plus 1. How many types of blood groups found in humans? So when you know number of multiple alleles, you can easily find the number of possible phenotypes. Number of possible phenotypes, or you can say blood group phenotypes, is equal to n plus 1, where n is the number of multiple alleles, where n is equal to number of multiple alleles. So you know well, in case of humans, there are 3 multiple alleles. Okay, multiple alleles IA, IB, and I. So number of possible phenotypes is equal to the number of possible phenotypes will be 3 plus 1. Total will be 4. And these 4 are A, B, and O. In NCERT book, one question asks number of possible phenotypes. So you can solve by this formula. Number of phenotypes, or you can say number of blood groups in the per humans. So there will be formula is n plus 1, where n is the number of multiple alleles. In case of humans, total number of multiple alleles are 3, represented by IA, ID, and I. So total possible phenotypes will be 4. Now let's see total number of possible genotypes. You can write on your notebook. Okay, this formula is very important. Number of possible phenotypes is equal to n plus 1, where n is the number of multiple alleles. Okay, let's see number of possible genotypes. Number of possible genotypes is equal to n by 2 under bracket n plus 1. Number of possible genotypes is equal to n by 2 n plus 1. You know n is the number of multiple alleles. So number of multiple alleles is 3 by 2 under bracket 3 plus 1. Okay, so there will be 3 by 2 into 4. Okay, plus 3 by 2 into 4. So there will be total 6 possible. There will be total 6 possible genotypes. So this is all about number of possible phenotypes and genotypes. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about the Mendel's third law, that is Mendel's law of independent assortment, or you can say inheritance of 2 genes. In that class we will discuss about inheritance of 2 genes, how 2 characters transmitted from one to the next generation. You can see how the 2 traits transmitted from one to the next generation. Thank you.